Title: Invest like a pro with just $100. Most people waste this. You don't need $10,000 to invest. You don't need rich parents. You don't need to be a finance genius. You need $100 and the right mindset. Because here's the uncomfortable truth: it's not that you don't have enough money. It's that you haven't learned how to think like an investor yet. And that's dangerous. Because if you don't know what to do with $100, you won't know what to do with $10,000 either. So let me show you how professionals would invest $100, step by step. First, understand this: pros don't chase fast money. They chase repeatable systems. Amateurs open an app, see something trending, and think, this is going to the moon. Professionals ask, what's the downside? If you only have $100, losing $50 hurts. If you lose 50%, you need 100% just to break even. That's why the first rule of investing like a pro is simple: protect capital first. Grow it second. Step 1. Build a core foundation. If you had $100 today, a professional wouldn't put it all into one risky stock. They'd build a core. That usually means a broad market index fund, something that tracks the overall market instead of one company. For example, funds that track the S&P 500 own shares of 500 of the largest companies in the United States. You're not betting on one CEO. You're betting on the entire economy. Historically, the S&P 500 has averaged around 8 to 10% per year over long periods. That doesn't sound exciting. But here's what is exciting: consistency. Because consistency compounds. And compounding is where real wealth is built. Step 2. Think in allocation, not emotion. With $100, you don't think, it's only $100, you think in percentages. For example, 70% in a broad index fund, 20% in a strong individual company you believe in long term, 10% in something higher risk like crypto or a growth stock. Now you're structured. Now you're thinking like someone managing $1 million. Same logic. Different scale. Pros practice discipline when the stakes are small. That's how they handle big money later. Step 3. Increase your income aggressively. Here's something most finance influencers won't tell you. At the beginning, your income matters more than your investments. If you're young, your biggest asset is not your portfolio. It's your earning potential. If you invest $100 and get 10%, that's $10. But if you learn a skill and increase your monthly income by $500, that's a 500% return compared to your starting capital. Professionals invest in assets. But they also invest in themselves. Skills like sales, content creation, video editing, AI tools, marketing, programming, financial literacy. The faster you grow your income, the faster your investments grow. Because investing $100 once is small. Investing $100 every month for years? That's power. Step 4. Automate everything. Professionals remove emotion from the equation. They don't try to time the market. They don't wait for perfect moments. They automate contributions. If you invest $100 today and add $100 every month, you build momentum. When markets drop, beginners panic. Pros buy more. Because lower prices mean better long-term returns. Markets go up. Markets go down. But over decades, strong economies grow. Patience beats panic. Every time. Now let's talk about the real problem. Most people don't fail because they lack money. They fail because they lack patience. They want proof immediately. They want results in weeks. But investing rewards people who think in years. If you start today with $100 and build the habit, 5 years from now you won't just have money. You'll have experience, confidence, emotional control. That's what separates wealthy people from everyone else. Not luck. Not secret stocks. Behavior. Imagine this: your friends keep saying, "I'll start when I have more money." You already started. They're waiting for the perfect moment. You're compounding. They're reacting to headlines. You're following a system. Small moves today create massive gaps over time. So here's your action plan. Open a brokerage account. Invest most of your $100 into a broad index fund. Allocate a small portion to learn about individual investments. Automate monthly contributions, even if it's just $50. Focus heavily on increasing your income. Study investing every week. Simple. Not flashy, but powerful. Because investing like a pro isn't about how much you start with. It's about discipline, structure, and long-term thinking. And the person who can manage $100 wisely will eventually manage $100,000 the same way. Start small. Think big. Act consistently. That's how pros do it.